Alrighty, what's going on, guys? We are going to Tinker Conquer to visit Wiz. This is the last World Eater, and I think we get to decide here, since we are the bad guys, to either let him kill the World Tree, which we're probably going to do. Uh-oh, what's this? Let's do this. If I can make it through the thing. Which we're probably going to do, because we're the bad guys. We're doing the bad guy inning. See if we can use some psi points. Since we have, 14 of them. 15. We don't have enough darkness. We need one more darkness to get telekinesis, which would be pretty cool. So we might find an opportunity. Don't really need that. We have 9? Holy cow. How is that different than... I guess that you can just throw it down? No, in the direction you're facing. What are our resistances? They're pretty good. Yeah, let's get that one. And we'll put it over right click. Belly's hanging out still. Alrighty. So if we end it here, that means that this is our final voyage. And I think we head off in the Ark, and we're not taking anyone with us because the 2 people we asked for tools about it, and they're like, no. So we're not taking anyone. Just be us, out of date, and our Sifu. Another side totem. We don't need that.
Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your... Let's see.
Alrighty, Wiz. Let's see what our options are.
Looks valuable.
Cool little thing he's got built there.
Toxanols mining led to mass deforestation and increased global warming, as nature couldn't absorb the carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions without the trees. These irreversible changes to the climate also contributed to the evolution and modified our genetic code.
Oh, that's crazy. What's up here? Nothing? Alright. You flying?
Wooz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod?
No, I don't remember that.
Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go. But says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths.
Sure, tell me about it.
It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own.
Didn't choose to leave.
Harsh, they say. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Looper Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides.
We already did that.
He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay...
I want revenge.
He feels you've deserved revenge because of how you were wronged. You've suffered enough to make him pay.
Oh, the light just... it hurts your eyes, am I right? Life in the shade is cold.
It's the perfect.
I think we just got the one dark we needed.
So you're agreeing that the dark is nothing more than shade?
Look, I'm great at throwing shade, and you're only good for catching it.
Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate?
Make my own choices, boy.
Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Sad that the world is close to death. Wonders if he might be able to hold out a bit longer in an octopod. Wonders why you felt like kicking the world so hard when it was already down.
For the vine.
Fascinated you wound up working with the Jagni. He thinks of them not as makers, but takers.
Oh, they're collectors.
Just wishes they'd collect their
Collectors.
own things instead of taking them from others. But that's not nearly as important as this. Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths, but there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the MURK Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister. Getting that tool will help turn around the situation for sure. It'll definitely help him unshut the hatch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, telekinesis.
Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Wiz should be around here somewhere, probably taking care of his guppos. A surge surf factory was one of the cleaner ways to make power, until the surf turned into goo and clogged it all up, that is. The power comes from turning the movement of the surf into surge sparks. Sometimes science is beyond belief. There are sure to be more tracks around here.
We got stuff to do. We got a lot of cool little tinker things in here. What if we get out of here? We found it.
If you're tired, maybe find a place to rest.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Oh. No way you guys are picking on me. We'll rest here.
There's a serenity about this spot.
Oh. Bag spike. I don't think that's the way. I think we need to go this way. I should be getting that scrap. Should probably upgrade our stuff. the end of the world here. But oh,
An old home. Could be something to it.
oh goodness.
Flying fists.
Let's try our new ability out here. Oh. Yeah, must be. So I gotta do this. Oh wait. Okay, I see. So I gotta do this. Oh yeah.
What a blow. Love to hear a mount's footbeat.
Oh. Ooh, what do we have here?
Don't want to point a finger, but the Meta Stadium is near here.
Ow. Get wrecked, nerd. Put it. Ow. Ow. Think levitate will work on this big dude. Oh, I picked up a rock. That hurts. That hurt.
Don't forget the past. Learn from it. The right key could open this.
Why don't I have the right
Opening
key?
for you.
Come on.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
We did. We made them count. I guess that's going to open the door, but doesn't really matter anymore. I would open that door. Ooh.
Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Sometimes those are kind of hard to see.
That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too.
Even got a gun built in. That's funny.
You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. This story is about a hero.
I don't know what that did.
He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need something slick. He agrees that it's an option if you want to break stuff, but in this case you want to keep things intact, so it won't leak once you get under surf. He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out.
Who'd have thought?
He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow.
Good.
He stresses that you should come back as soon as you've retrieved the grease sprinkler. It's big enough to make waves beneath the surface, and that's a challenge in itself. But it also has a hard shell, so you need to target its head. What you do here matters to you and the world.
Oh, can't spawn it in here? Holy cow, this dude's on the other side of the map. This is probably the closest. Or right here. What is this? Oh, that's... We'll go here. Kind of interesting that the roots of this tree are mainly underground. Guess he just drowned. Rest in peace, my dude. Hey, look, you're back.
You're in charge of that mount. act like it.
What does that mean?
You've reached the end of the line. Bet you
Ooh.
can find Choo-Choo here. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Might keep you from taking one to the knee. That's the good stuff.
Like, hey, Choo Choo, our boy needs some oil. Can you not make me do a quest?
Make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be getting rusty, but eventually they all converge on him. Claims rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life will roll your way.
Excuse me.
Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch? He thinks you're on a dark path right now, but there's no reason you can't find a wheelhouse and get yourself turned around. Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them, and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on?
Keep chugging.
Likes your sureness, the way you keep at it like a chug-chug with no way to reverse. Feels like the world's on a runaway chug straight over a cliff. Says the world might have lasted longer if you hadn't stomped on the go pedal so hard. Thinks you shouldn't work with the Jagni. They once tried to bolt one of their masks to his face.
That does seem a little extreme.
But he kept the mask, just in case. But let's not get derailed. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo. He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the... Says sometimes life runs off the rails, but it's always better when they're good and greased.
Can we get to the point?
Tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut.
Of course.
Wing nuts are easy to find. Says he knew you.
Is there a fast travel here? Good.
Let's see.
Some of these dialogues kill me.
Such a windswept place.
Hey, there's some money.
The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever.
Cool.
Microwave. Right where it cuts. Shot through. Chop it up. Some of the beasts who live... There's a serenity about this.
Oh no! Cool. Cool. Oh. Level up. Wrong button. Let's go with Vitality, I guess. Be a good one. Cool looking hat.
Take your time. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
We made him count. Alrighty. Oh, another one. Exciting.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
We're getting real good at these. We missed a superb loop, but that's okay.
Choo Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason. But he understands no one gets their tracks greased. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great
Yay.
thing for he keeps it safe in a box on the
I have to go get it
in
too?
case of emergency. It's on the cart. He wants to keep it. Choo Choo says you should help your...
Thank you.
He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out.
Okay.
Seems Choo Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. Didn't have much else.
How'd I get light? Alrighty.
You shouldn't. Choo Choo says he feels...
Oops.
He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Says fate is like the rails. They lead in certain ways, and you can only fight that for so long if you want to get anywhere. Choo Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that thing must be. And needs no rails, no roads, nothing but air.
Yep.
With the world ending and all the chugs going with it, it's fun to think about what kinds of yards the Ark could take you to instead. Hopes you'll be careful with the Ark. That's the last one around these parts. Wonders who you might call...
Should we ask him?
So what we have here is someone looking for a way out if everything fails. There's a seat open on the Ark, but why would you want this company?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm so glad you chose that.
We are better off on...
Being alone is not the same.
The end must...
Wishes he could go with you, but he couldn't bear to watch what you do.
See, why'd they give me the choice if they're going to say no?
Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave.
Okay, then do it.
Says you'll see,
Just leave me alone.
dangerous.
Isn't the whole world dangerous?
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the MURK puff until
Oh,
the octopod is
So
properly
many
armed.
missions.
He knows you'll need something that packs enough
Errand
bullet
boy
to
missions, I
fit
should
in
say.
the shell, or better yet, head. He says his old friend Boom. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. Keep an eye on the horizon
Okay.
for pyros. If you're far, Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate description considering most of the pyros are duds, seeing as they're as old as the old world.
Oh good, it's far away too. Ugh. Ooh. Oh. Almost stuck the landing.
Give it a little pat. Go on.
Ah, I already have this.
Let's see.
I did.
That's a chug hut. Probably no chug jugs in it, but you never know.
So many errand missions for some reason. I guess time killer to make the increase longevity of the game.
There's a serenity about this.
What are you doing back there, bud?
That's a bang plant, where toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. No time to graze, let's go. Wood scrap's great for building things.
Yeah.
Slice and dash. A molecule.
What am I trying to do here? I'm gonna hit Alt. I'm hitting space.
That's a good find.
Alrighty. That was fun.
That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off.
Hey guys, I have a great way to solve all the problems here. You just have to do pretty much everything for me because I can't leave or do anything myself. Or have all the stuff required.
The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to hurt the Merc Puff where it counts. He hopes so, as there's no Plan B, or more correctly, Plan C. Out of Date has named this Plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea.
Why?
Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts GUPPOs, scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the Merc Puff in particular.
Malo ang Japan talaga.
Seems the best way to find Guppos is go talk to Gil. He has
What?
a natural sonar.
Bato ko yan.
This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom. He used to run a pet shop stocked with Guppos, but since they're difficult to find, he's diverted his attention to make them grow in numbers instead of giving them away. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus.
Bruh. We were pretty close. We were right over there. Oh, I guess it's done laid back up. I don't even need that. About to try to end the game anyway.
You need to show your mount who's boss. Let's see.
Another errand mission, I'm sure.
This is Burblebottom. Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot of things wash up on his miniature shore, but nothing as exciting as you. Figures it's impossible. As bad as the air might be, the goo is even worse. It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future. Which way are you going now? With the flow or against? Once you see which way the waters flow, it's a lot easier to go where they're going, even if that's over the edge of the world. Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so nasty. Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the right one, but you don't really know which one that is until you're on top of it. Better to ride a... Seems to him that there's always another wave coming along. Figures he's ridden his last wave, though, what with the world coming to an end. Doesn't understand why you made the goo gooier. Can't stomach how you hang with the Jagni. They keep so much stuff for themselves that they could share with the world. More than they could ever use until the end of the world, whether you save it or not. But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying the day, right? He never drank from this pond because of the disgusting things done there.
to worry.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air blocked his gills.
Men finke forte.
He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. He said it does drink, as it has no other choice. It's a tree, but it's forced to drink poison.
För eine Theo.
Claims the surf is poison now. Anything that drinks it becomes...
Men finke forte.
His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in...
Can we do it already, please?
He's going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the... If you head in the right direction, you'll find a clean enough bit of surf, helping both you...
Nothing's really closer. I mean, that one fast travel's on top of a mountain. That's where I go try to get the tribe weapon after we united them. And since I did it the united way,
No hurty.
yeah, follow this road and then go left. It,
There is a
didn't give it to me.
foundry where toxanol processed go juice.
Oh yeah, going the right way. Going the right way. Hey, a memory.
If you close your eyes hard enough to reality, your mind opens to let memories in. That's one way to remember what's forgotten.
Damn.
When an unwanted
Nice.
memory intrudes on the mind, it is a natural reaction to want to block it out or just change it.
You got our butt whooped.
However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different.
Go with health, I guess.
Good thing you recalled how to activate the automaton's health injector. At least you can feed this ride grass.
You guys look like you got that under control.
This is Guppy Grotto. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That paid off.
Excuse me. Cool.
Nothing simple. It's locked.
I agree. Nothing is simple.
Your eyeballs can relax a bit. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
There's a red box over there. Whoa. Another cool thing.
That's hard to come by.
Anja.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Peace in a place like this won't last. It never does.
Alrighty, I think we finally have everything. A lot of back and forth for these. It's a little annoying, not gonna lie. But, I mean, I guess it's gotta have content, you know.
That seems to be enough GUPPOs to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition. He's surprised the MURK puff's been able to hold its breath all this time.
Like a turtle thing?
It's just another proof of the evolutionary chain
I say
caused
evolution.
by Oxenol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the MURK puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed. This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the others. He's sure there's enough time to confront the MURK buff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters.
Alright, let's do it, man. Ooh. This ought to be an interesting fight. Oh. Oh. Pretty crazy. Oh. Ow. Oh, that does a lot of healing. Ah! Oh! Oh! If I can need that charge attack in the future. Ah. Alright, round 2. Ew. Ew. What is going on here? What was that? Oh. Slap of death. Oh. Wrong button. What? What was that?
There are places up ahead far worse than this.
Alright. Let's try this again. Oh, goodness. Oh. I'm right clicking, it's not doing anything. I don't know what happened. Oh, wow. Can someone explain to me what is happening? Okay, so he made it here this time, somehow magically. Ooh, get wrecked. That thing's mean. Oh, I think we got it this time, though. Alright. Woo. Don't know what that was about. I think it was doing the spin move as it was transitioning and it was hitting us because we couldn't avoid it.
That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game. You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you.
It better.
Just make sure you don't let anyone but yourself control your destiny. You've come too far for that. The tribe comes first. It's time to return to the tree one last time. He's learned you discovered and activated the last of the arcs. How exciting. That's the only word that really works for it, he's sure. It's heartbreaking that so much will be lost when this world ends, but the Ark can take you to new places for fresh starts.
Exactly.
The world had a far better chance before you came back here, but you had a destiny to fulfill. Questions if you could possibly have any open spaces left for fellow travelers on that Ark of yours.
Should we see if he wants to join?
Is someone looking for a way out if everything fails? There's a seat open on the Ark, but why would you?
Let's try one last time. He'll probably say no.
Chose that.
We are better.
Being alone.
The end must.
Almost can't speak. He's so happy to be joining your voice.
Oh, he's actually joining. Good.
Skies and everything beyond. Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes talking to you.
Alright. No one else goes on the Ark. What's this? Chickamajinger camp. This is everyone that's gone. Unless they're gonna make me, for some reason, take other people.
It really is a different world underground. Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is preparing to take revenge. The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end. If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, dark-souled beings you've met have earned a seat on the... Then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupa Lupin's stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours half done. He says you need to see Lupa Lupin eye to eye one last time. He's happy to help.
Let's go see Lupa Lupin. I don't think there's a fast travel to him, is there? Nope.
Could this thing steer itself?
I mean, probably it's an animal.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupa Lupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe. Now that the world as we know it seems to end, he wants to make sure the Lupin ends with it. He hopes you agree. It suits your dark nature. There's no room for predators in the world the Jagni tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it.
Oh, I gotta fight him again.
Lupa Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him.
Good.
You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it.
Like a gorilla now.
Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor?
Oh no! Oh. Well, that's depressing. Why'd you do that?
Something inside you died. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're...
Dick shot. Right in the nuts.
Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power. more he does, the stronger he becomes.
Ugh. Holy cow.
It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way.
What does that mean? Whew. Nut tap. Oh. Almost got him.
So, this is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
That was fun. That was a pretty cool little end battle.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death. And only you can make a difference.
Ruining someone else's life for revenge comes with a price. There's no change of heart this time. I hope it was worth it.
Change of heart. There was only ever one way this choice was going to be made, the right one.
The right choice. Doing good and keep doing good all the way until the end would have been best.
The best? That's justice. And the justice we deserved was revenge. We got what we came for.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness. It's no better time than now to
Hey.
accept a helping hand.
The Sifu lived.
Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You saw a world drenched in its own cruelty and didn't sway from your path. And so, a great cataclysm draws close. Life doesn't care about heroes and happy endings. Bad things can lead to good. A seed of life, the beginning of something new. You balanced the dark within a world imbalanced in its light nature and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Jagni tribe and became omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This is how it begins. The world's headed towards rebirth of a primal paradise as evolution paves way. We're at the mercy of nature. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow.
Come on, little dude. Ooh. Get to the ark.
But you're not alone. The few that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their dark nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your dark nature and let the world end to start anew. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.
Hey, we did it, guys. We beat the game. Oh, that was a fun game. Didn't do a lot. Oh, that's the last episode of our playthrough. I'm doing a light playthrough, and I'll show the ending of that too once I get through it. I'm doing a little more on it. I'm doing more of the side quests and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for whenever I release new videos and Minecraft coming up, since we're getting the 6th, the new update on that. New Game Plus, cool. But I can't find my mouse. I guess over him, yeah. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Peace.